Hello and happy Friday, everybody. This is Brian McCarthy with Compass Residential. I am here live with you on Friday, March 25th. And today I got a couple things to go over real quick. Housekeeping items. I want to talk to you guys about checking your homeowners insurance policy. Very important right now, and I'll tell you why. Also, if you have a management company, it is time to check your financials. If you live in an apartment building, you likely have a management company, especially if you're an owner. And do yourself a favor and take a few minutes to audit it, especially if you're already doing your taxes. This would be an easy thing to check. And I'll dive into that as well. And then we're going to talk real quick about Hudson and Bergen County stats over what's been closing in the past couple days here. We're going to talk about mortgage rates, and I'm going to dive just a little bit deeper into how they're affected and what the outlook is looking like here for the rest of the month. So stay tuned for all of that. You feel free to skip ahead. I'm going to try to hit all this stuff as fast as possible. But yeah, let's go back over those house cleaning items. So homeowners insurance right now, it's very important that you check your policy. I was speaking with someone in my office the other day, and it's really good that I did, because you have homeowners insurance, give your agent a call right now. As you've probably seen with supply chain issues and everything, and even inflation, things are more expensive. And you probably want to update your policy to reflect the 18 to 20% increased costs it would take or cost to replace the things that your homeowner's insurance covers. If you have a leak or something and you need walls repaired or something like that, that the materials and the labor are probably more expensive than they were when you first got your policy. So do yourself a favor and just call your insurance agent and check in about that. You might want to update it. It would suck if you had some damage done and then, you have to come out of pocket because your insurance doesn't cover it like it used to. All right, putting that aside, going back to management companies. If you live in and around Hoboken, the Gold Coast, if you're in a multi-unit building, you more than likely have a management company to handle things like common area cleaning and your financials and paying the bills that come to your or are billed to your building as a whole, like water and sewer and snow removal and things like that. So just had coffee with him this morning, and I've been helping him since he bought a condo last year. Pretty much do the same thing here. I don't want to get into too many details, but the management company that he has right now, he's not happy with, to say the least. And he was kind of, as the new owner, went in and dug into some of the financial stuff and just found a lot of unscrupulous things. Money being skimmed, invoices being paid twice, management company fees being paid multiple times for the same, month, the same time period. Cleaning and random fees for like light bulbs and stuff like that, no one really pays attention to, but were absolutely not legitimate and just basically getting money taken out of their accounts and put into the pocket of this management company. So I highly recommend, especially if you're already used to kind of doing financial stuff, or if you're not, but you're doing your taxes anyway, spend like an hour, look at the most recent financial documents for your building and maybe go over them with your other homeowners or the other owners in your building that's part of the HOA, and just see if the stuff makes sense. You don't have to dig too deep sometimes to uncover some stuff that doesn't look right, and then you might need to look deeper. And if you do need to switch management companies, or have questions about what you can do after you take a look at this stuff, please let me know. I'm always happy to help out. Switching management companies can be hopefully simple. Sometimes it's not very simple, but there are a lot of management companies to choose from in and around Hudson County in this Gold Coast area. And some, I will say few, are very good and better than the rest. And so if you need some recommendations and stuff, that's what I'm here for. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. Let me know if you have any questions or things come up. I'm happy to help out. Okay, let's talk real quick about some stats. I'm going to share my screen. I like doing these with you guys every couple of weeks, just to kind of take a temperature of the local housing market, especially Bergen County and Hudson County compared together. So let me share my screen. All right, bring this in a little bit so we can see it. So this is Bergen County. We got one coming soon from Compass. Ooh, look at that house. It's pretty. On Winding Ridge Road in Oakland. If you're a home buyer or looking around Oakland, hit up my buddy Shane. He lives out there, but he's actually not an agent. Let me know. I'd be able to be happy to help you out. But anyway, getting back to stuff so these stats come out every day. There might be a little bit of lag between when stuff gets reported and when we actually get the info, but these should be like a 24-hour snapshot. So just keep that in mind as we go over. So Bergen County, new listings that just came on the market in the past 24 hours. There are a lot. I'm scrolling down. 87 new ones with an average asking price of $953,000. Price changes compared to those 87, only 5. That doesn't need to be a dollar sign, but we can count 5 price changes with an average change of less than 1%. So things that are staying on the market here for anywhere around 3 weeks, people know that that's probably too long and they need to make a price adjustment. So that's what they're doing. After a couple of weeks, they're adjusting the price just a little bit because they know out in Bergen County, you probably get what you're asking for. So in the past 24 hours, we have had 30 things go under contract for an average asking price of $670,000. We won't know those closing prices until they actually close. And number of closings in the past 24 hours in Bergen County, 24 for an average of 662,000. And the difference between asking and closed price, 98.9%. Very close to asking. We've been seeing lately, though, if you go back to the past couple of weeks when I do these in Bergen County, usually they're like 100 or 101 or 102%. So just out of the past 24 hours, those closings have averaged around 99%. So some people getting a little bit of a deal there. Let's switch over to Hudson County. One new listing in West New York on Fairview Terrace. Let's check this out real quick. Oh, that's a pretty house. Old A-frame in the front, no interior pictures. We'll have to check that out. That is coming soon. If you want to check that out or need some more information, let me know. All right, so new on the market in Hudson County, we have 54 with an average asking price of $741,000. Price changes 9 in the past 24 hours with an average price adjustment of just over 3% after an average of 35 days. So things are moving pretty quick in Hudson County, just like in Bergen County. If your home is on the market for longer than usual, it might be time to think about a price adjustment. Under contract in the past 24 hours in Hudson County, 34 with an average asking price of $738,000. And number of sales reported here. Oh, didn't get a count. 21, 38, 17 with an average list to closing price of 99%. That's pretty awesome. So that matches Bergen County. I think that's probably the first time in a while, at least that I can remember doing these, that those have matched up. So way to go, Hudson County. All right, let's switch gears a little bit more. We're going to talk about mortgage rates. So right now, just a little snapshot over the past 7 days, they're hanging out here just above 4.5. Took a slight dip the other day. And now we're going up for the second day in a row to 4.875 for your average 30-year fixed. Let's look at the 30-day. Same situation, slowly increasing, just like we thought it was going to. So let's talk real quick about what goes into and what things affect rising or just mortgage rates in general. What makes them go up and down? So really, it comes down to interest rates. And when you hear or you see headlines about the Federal Reserve or the Fed increasing rates, that doesn't necessarily mean specifically mortgage rates. There's a lot of interest rates, assets and bonds and things being traded around. What really is kind of what affects mortgage rates is the 10-year treasury and the yield on that. And I am first one to admit, I am not a stocks guy. I am not a financial advisor. I'm sure there's a lot of people cringing when they hear me talk about this, but as I understand it, that is the thing that affects mortgage rates. So the 10-year treasury and the yield on that is what we see usually affecting mortgage rates. So when that goes up, mortgage rates tend to go up. When that goes down, mortgage rates tend to go down. There is a pattern there. And that being said, I have heard several buyers recently saying, with lending and borrowing money getting so expensive, the housing prices can't possibly keep up. They're expecting, as mortgage rates go up, people's buying power is going to go down, and the prices of houses are going to go down. That is something you need to be careful of, because it is not necessarily true. And what I found here is a nice graph that illustrates the impact of rising rates on home prices. So in the past, since 1993, when they started tracking this for these purposes, when mortgage rates increased by more than 1% over a short period, like in October to December, over this year here, over 14 months, the increase in mortgage rates went up 2.38%. I mean, that's pretty big. I mean, that's the biggest one on this graph. And home prices still outpaced that at 3%. Again, in 96, it went up over a percentage point. And I just want to backtrack right now and say that since mortgage rates have been climbing, at least since about this time last year, we've increased almost exactly 1% since this time last year. So this is why this graph is important, because now we're at this 1% plus rate. So 96, for 8 months, it increased 1.2. Home prices still went up 2%. 98 to 2000, increase of almost 2%. Home prices went up 13%. Then again in 2003 to 2004, went up 1%. Home prices went up 13%. 2005 to 2006, a little over 1% on mortgage rates, 7% on home prices. And then again, most recently, about 9 years ago, in 2012 to 2013, over 13 months, it went up just over 1%, and home prices went up 11%. So if you are banking on that happening again, and you're thinking about renewing your expensive lease on the apartment that you're renting, I would encourage you to take this into consideration, because that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So as always, everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the weekly market monitor with me, your realtor, Brian McCarthy at Story Residential at Compass. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you all have a glorious weekend and enjoy this nice warm weather we're having here for the next 24 hours. And as always, if you have any questions that come up about anything that I talked about today, or you have your own questions or issues or whatever, I am here to be your resource and sounding board, and here to help. So feel free to get in contact with me however way is convenient for you. You can reach me on my cell phone, which is 617-851-9141, or via email, bm@storyresidential.com, or DM me on Instagram or Facebook. My handle on Instagram is BrySays, @BRISAYS. Thanks so much, everybody. I will see you next time. Bye.